Hello buddy, Sounds StarCraft here again for some more Iron Squid 2 action, and this time it is going to be Game 2 between DRG spawning as the purple Zerg down here in the bottom right, and up in the top right it is Ganzi as the red Terran. Checkity check him out. Now like I said, this is Game 2, so if you have not checked out Game 1, go ahead and check that out because it was a pretty sweet game and I'm about to spoil it for you anywho. So in Game 1, what did we see, James? Well, we saw DRG himself, the 3-time GSL champion, going for a pretty standard composition of Mass Ling, Mass Muta, Mass Bailing, and Zergling and Mass Muta up against Mass Marines, Mass Siege Tanks for Ganzi. And yeah, it didn't work out too well for Ganzi as DRG was just too strong in the mid game. Those Bailings kind of took care of all the Marines along with the Zerglings, and the Mutas can just easily fly in and snipe those Siege Tanks as well as do some pretty annoying harassment. So yeah, it didn't really work out too well there for Ganzi, but I mean, both these players are Koreans, so you know you're I'm gonna start that again. You know you're in for a good game when it's Korean versus Korean, because Koreans are the best of the best. Looks like Ganzi is gonna go ahead and drop his expansion down here right in the natural, although this Overlord is right on time to scout that out, so he knows what he's going up against. This is actually as greedy as you get, as this is the first thing he's going to build after the supply depot and then drop down his racks right there. So already Ganji's mixing up his build order. Last time he went and got out his CC after racks and then transitioned into factory starport, which is pretty standard stuff. The thing about that is you kind of have to use those early Hellions that you get out of that to do a bit of harassment. Otherwise, a really good Zerg player like DRG, arguably one of the best in the world, is just going to rip you apart in the mid game, and that's what we saw. That is exactly what we saw, and it looks like DRG as well went for hatch first, so both these players being pretty greedy, but you can't blame them as this is a pretty big map, and the distance between bases is a fair amount. Even with this spawning position, as we just take a little walk on down here, this is what's going down. This is what's going down. And what do we have going on? We have Orbital on the way for Ganzi, as well as DRG just getting out a few links to go do some scouting, maybe a little bit of harassment as he saw such an early CC. Still no gas though for either player, except Ganzi does have one gas now. And here come these Lings. They may actually be able to do a fair amount of damage here as... Ooh, I feel like we don't even have... Do we have... What do we have? We've got one Marine on the field. This bunker is going up, but... Oh... These Lings need to move straight in and stop messing around. Oh no, is he gonna wait for more Lings, or is he just gonna do it? No, he is going to do it, and he's going to get here before the bunker finishes. So these Lings can do quite a bit of damage. Only 2 Marines on the field at the moment for Ganzi, who, remember, was scouted straight away as going CC first. Ganzi forced to pull probes off the line here to try and deal with these Lings trying to take out these Marines. Fair micro from Ganzi, does lose 1 Marine there. And this final Ling is going to be taken out. But, you know, DRG has seen everything that's going on. And I feel like Ganzi, who needs to win this game to stay in this series, is not looking in the best of shape. Double gas going down at the same time for DRG, who right now has 4 queens on the field. Pretty standard stuff, but that means his creep is going to be going crazy. It's not a tumor. It's a creep tumor. And this Hellion's going to head on out, do some harassment right now. That Overlord may... Oh, that is technically high ground, so it's safe there. Looks like it does not get taken out. You could have scanned, I guess, but it's probably not going to be worth it. And Ganji going to be spotting the timing of this third here. Not the earliest of thirds. So it looks like DRG is going for a slightly more aggressive build here as well. What else is he doing? He's getting his third gas on the way. He's going for double Evo chamber. Ooh. And the spine crawlers. So this is the kind of build that I've seen Stefano do. And it can be very good in PvT. It all depends though what kind of tech he decides to do. If he goes for mutas, then that's more DRG kind of thing. He loves his mass mutas links. If he goes for hydras, roaches, that can actually be very good. The thing about them, I've seen Stefano do it before, is you can kind of hit Terran between the 8 and 12 minute mark. And you can do a lot of damage, especially if they're taken up too much. It looks like Ganji is not going to be taken up quite a lot. He does have his third orbital on the way. Still no starport, so he's going to have these 3 racks. So this is a pretty solid build from here. Does have the double engineering bay as well. Getting up 1-1 around the same time as DRG. Although these Marines here may get 1 queen, but the transfuse is going to... he's going to keep it alive. And Ganji just lost all those Marines pretty much for nothing. That SCV did not stand a chance. Poor SCV. And that Marine is going to be chased down. Link speed is not done, but will be in a second or two. So this Hellion man needs to watch out. Although Hellions are very good against Links if microed properly, as Links counters light. And Hellions are pretty much good against everything except for light. Oh my god, look at this creep spread. It is insane in the membrane. Got no brain. The third CC has been landed for Ganji. He's doing pretty good on the macro here. Laying that down just after the 9-minute mark. Popping out some mules. Does finally have a stopwatch up. Getting that double medivac out. So this is still pretty good timing for these medivacs. Usually you see them around the 10-minute mark. And getting out more barracks. So I gotta say Ganji is... He's doing pretty well here. Although DRG has overall... been slightly more cost effective in his build, losing more resources. Lair is done, and he's got the bailing nest. Oh, so it looks like he may be going for the same build that won him the last game, bailings, and then going for mutas as that spy is on the way as well. Man, I've seen DRG do it so many times, and it works for him. It works for him indeed, so you can't really blame him. And as a Terran player, it's pretty hard to deal with this in the mid game. In the late game, you know, you might have better chance, but in the mid game, it is freaking rough, as those Marines just get completely owned by the bailings, and you know, your siege tanks get owned by the mutas. I think he's just going mass Marines right now. Are you gonna do some sort of crazy timing push? Oh, we shall see. That CC will be alright though with those Marines over now. Stim is done, as well as 1-1 for both players. Burrow on the way, as well as centrifugal hooks. And oh my god, those Marines just got all taken out. I was looking at the production tab, so more Marines are going to have to stim in. But Ganji does not want to lift off the CC, and he does not have to. But right now, some Marines and some Medivacs are going to be strolling in around the 12-minute mark. Try and snipe some Overlords here. Does get 1. Gets 2. Oh, but here come the Lings. Speed is done. They do have 1-1, and he's going to go ahead and bail on out of there. This creep spread, I gotta say, has been pretty damn incredible, man. That is a lot of tumas. These queens going to push those Medivacs on out of here. Man, Ganji's got to do something here, because DRG is just powering so hard. His creep spread is good. He's getting all of his spawn lobbies. He's got his double Evo chamber. He's got mutas, 8 mutas on the way, just popping right now. And Ganji does have 3 bases though. Get up that barracks, and he's got a lot of Marines, man. That's why his supply is so high. So this is pretty much the same game we saw last time. Siege tanks, mass Marines, some Medivacs against Ling mutas. So Ganji, you know, I guess he digs it. He wants to stick to it, but he's got to make it work, because it did not work in the last game. And oh my gosh, he's late here on this missile turret, and does lose 10 workers there. So that's pretty bad, man. And overall, the the drone to SCV count is even, so Ganzi he's been macroing up pretty hard. So I guess that is something in his favor, but I feel like DRG is just looking so strong at the moment. He's taking his fourth. This creep spread has almost reached Ganji's base and is starting to corner him in there. These mutas going to try and do some more harassment right now. Do scout all those medivacs. They do not want to go there. Ganzi doing a nice job of spreading out his marines to kind of negate these mutas. Thing about mutas in this straight on battle, they are not great, especially in Wings of Liberty before they get their kind of health regeneration buffer. Oh my gosh, that's a lot of bailings that they do in hot. They're not great. They don't have any upgrades, but they are so goddamn mobile that you can kind of attack wherever you want. And both players almost maxed out. DRG is maxed out, so he's going to be moving in here. There's so many lings, and those marines are trying to move back. That sentry tower is definitely going to go down. The bailings are rolling in behind this. Oh my gosh, that is so many lings that do pretty much own marines in these numbers. And the bailings, oh, busting those marines up. Only 2 of them get saved by the medivacs. Take out those supply depots. The muta's going to go up here, take out some more marines, and oh my gosh, Ganzi's army is completely falling to this ling muta bailing combination. Look at that supply, man. It has plummeted. Obviously did not have siege tanks up in the right positions, and DRG at the 15-minute mark has got a ling bailing muta max supply army, and that is pretty goddamn impressive. And that's what I was saying, as Terran, man, if you don't harass the Zerg player, if you leave him alone and you let him come at you at the 15-minute mark, oh man, it is not pretty. I mean, keep in mind, Ganzi still has his 3 bases, but his supply, 70 supply difference, more and more bailings on the way here from DRG. I'm just going to be blowing up absolutely everything. Oh my gosh, Ganzi is desperately trying to get in more and more marines, but this is looking pretty bad for him. Doesn't even have reactors on those barracks. And there is the GG in Korean. And looks like DRG is gonna, well, he's taken this series 2-0. So very impressive play from impressive play from him. You know, he isn't arguably the best Zerg player in the world. I mean, okay, Stefano's pretty awesome, but hey, he's won 3 JSLs for nothing. He has not won those for nothing. Oh my gosh, that is messy. Bailings exploding everywhere. But still a pretty sweet game. You Zerg players can learn from that in your TvZ, as that's how you freaking do it, man. So I hope you guys enjoyed this game. I certainly did. If you did, please subscribe, and I will see you guys next time.